everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Palmer's Cardinals.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You going to throw cold water on the man, just like that?
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive. A third-round rookie out of Toledo led the league in rushing as a rookie. That is cause for celebration, not just in Kansas City, but across the league when you see these guys get their opportunities. And not only did he run it well, he caught it well, and he sparked Kansas City to a 5-0 start to the season and eventually to the playoffs.
Yeah, bright future for him. Total yardage on the ground, 13-27, and 11 total touchdowns for Hunt this year. Now Smith. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 66 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0. Winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play, because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
They run with Hunt, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Smith. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Here comes Arizona's offense back onto the field. And earlier we were talking about the quarterback position, a big decision coming up on that spot. But, you know, Cardinal fans and fantasy football owners, I guess, so disappointed when David Johnson went down in the opener with a fractured wrist, wound up missing the season. That kind of got overlooked in 2017.
It certainly did, and it was the first big domino in why the Cardinals didn't really make a run at the playoffs this year, because of David Johnson's ability to run it and catch it and initiate all the offense that the Cardinals wanted to run. The defense still held up. Calais Campbell went to Jacksonville. The defense was still 6th in the league. But offensively, we're not nearly the same team.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Palmer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Smith with a give to Hunt. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Smith. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Golden able to get him for a loss of about 3.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And pressure gets to him again. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first and 10, it's Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10, it's Palmer again. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Palmer. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, They believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They run again with Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Robert Kimdichie able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And some space here. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They'll bring Fitzgerald in motion left. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Charkandrick West, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Charkandrick West, 98 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. On first down, it's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That
wrapped pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
in motion left, Fitzgerald. On second down, Palmer. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Palmer steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you say, no problems with that one.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. That's it for the first half. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's got room. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Rashad Ross, 96 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
To throw on 2nd down. Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Palmer able to find John Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Johnson on the counter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Palmer on first down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. 3rd and 2. Now Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Fourth down. Here's Palmer. And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what?
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help him a whole lot. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Tyreek Hill on the return. Dances by him. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. City first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs, they've got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. So after the interception, here's Palmer. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 3rd down, Palmer. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. There he goes right side, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative.
You're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. To throw it. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. The 2 old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing now is Palmer. Flushed out right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now it's Palmer. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Palmer to throw. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A third interception for Palmer. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your...